OpinionGuru TV, and we are at the site, the construction site of the Toronto Field for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. At current, it's called BMO Field, but as you know, FIFA likes to be in charge of their whole advertising space and stuff like that. So you know they are gonna change that. So we're basically in downtown Toronto, and they are basically putting in the seats, and this place is gonna be buzzing. I think the first game is gonna be the 12th. The first game is gonna probably be the 12th of June. The first game is gonna be the 12th of June in Toronto. But as you know, it's gonna be many more games. I think we're gonna get about 13 games or something, and then and it's between Toronto and Vancouver, right? And it's 16 cities. This World Cup gonna be in 16 cities. It's a North American World Cup. It's gonna be between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And of course, you know, the FIFA minimum seating is like about 45,000. This stadium right now holds about 30, and they are adding seats. They are adding seats and to make up the rest, which is maybe another 15,000. And that's gonna be the minimum qualification to get the World Cup in Toronto. So we're just gonna walk around in a bit and chit chat about this site. So it's gonna be, as I said, about 13 games between Vancouver and Toronto, and it's gonna spread across 16 cities in North America. And of course, down there you have the Budweiser stage. I know a lot of you guys don't really know Toronto, so I'll do the zoom. And that's it down there. So all this space will be lit coming June. It's gonna be lit. So they are also gonna put up some 50 by 30 feet screens, and people will be better able to see what's going on, and you know, everything will be televised. Everything will be televised. So I think most of the new seeding will be at the north and the south end. So I think this is where some of the seeding's gonna be. So you guys can look at the before, and then of course they are trying to finish by about March, and then you will see the after, because they are gonna hand it over to FIFA in May. So I just thought I would show the work, and I like to do before, so when you guys see the after, you can have an idea of what it was. I think these seats are maybe the older seats. These are maybe the older seats. Let me see. These are probably the older seats right here. So it's a lot of work going on to get this BMO Field ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Toronto. So I guess they're gonna put in some nicer chairs. They are saying that Toronto is gonna get about 6 games, and our games are gonna start on June 12th. So all this area will be completely transformed. All this area will be completely transformed. So they are getting ready to show off billions, to show billions of people Toronto. And hopefully it brings in a lot of tourism and stuff like that. And as I said, FIFA's minimum seating requirement is about 45,000, and this facility holds about 30 right now. It holds about 30,000. So we're just gonna go down. I'm not sure if we can go around, but these seats are basically being added behind the goal post, because the seats that are there right now, because remember, this is an existing stadium. These are seatings that are there already, right? And it's the side. And then they are gonna add the additional seats basically behind the goalposts. That's where it's gonna be added, behind the goalposts. So we'll just take a walk, and as you can see, all these are yachts with guys parked up for storage, right? And the Budweiser stage is here, is there. A lot of concert in the summer times are held here at the Budweiser stage. So this is basically what you are gonna see World Cup time. And again, we are in Canada. In World Cup, you are gonna see a much different side. Right now, it's basically freezing. It's basically freezing right now, but I'm gonna show a little bit of I guess they are doing murals and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show a little bit. And this construction started back in November, and they are trying to finish by about March to hand it over to FIFA by May. And they are doing a lot of work, brand new media facility also for the broadcasting, and there are talks about rooftop patio, and that will be left for the city and for Torontonians to enjoy. So and there you have it, Ontario Place. So this is basically just a preview of what you will see in June. Even though in June it's gonna be bigger and better. It's gonna be bigger and better. And this is the lake shore. This is the lake shore right here. So it's just welcome. It's OpinionGuru TV, and this is Lakeshore, and this is New Brunswick. It's cold. My Zoom is giving me a bit of trouble. It's freezing, and we are near the lake. So we're gonna go back up and talk a bit more and look a bit more on this construction site. So it's gonna be about 104 games. It's gonna be about 104 games with about 48 teams. It's gonna have about 48 teams and about 104 games, and they are saying they are expecting about 4 billion viewers on this game. That's the estimate, and they are also estimating that FIFA will make about 11 billion. The budget to get all this ready is about 380 million. And all levels of government kicked in. The city, the province, and the federal government, and the city of Toronto is said to kick in about 180 million. So that's what's going on. And the city is also saying that they are planning to implement a municipality accommodation tax to try and recoup some of the money. And I'm not sure when this tax is gonna come off after it's implemented. So men are there hard at work, right? And I guess maybe that right there, we're looking at the back of one of the screen, and that is the side covered seating area. So it's under construction right now, and when it's done, it's gonna be a beautiful sight. And of course, Toronto is gonna benefit from a few facility upgrades, because I know they're gonna upgrade a few facilities for training and stuff like that when the teams starts to come into the city. So And I'm telling you, my Zoom, the screen is freezing. So this is just a quick update as to what's going on, and with this 2026 World Cup. Of course, there will also be upgrade to transit, as you know already. The line 6 is open. They are trying to get line 5 open. So it's a lot of work going on around the city. And of course, they want things to get ready so they can test the new equipment and the new infrastructure and test out the media facility that they built to do the broadcasting and stuff like that. The FIFA will be in charge of the outside advertising space. That means that this BMO sign that's on the field right now is gonna come off, because you know FIFA is not gonna advertise any other company but FIFA or who is paying. So they are saying that this stadium is gonna be renamed the Toronto Stadium. So, and then after, they are probably gonna rename it. They are probably gonna rename it the they are gonna rename it the BMO Field again. It's freezing. It's freezing. And this is the famous windmill. You guys must have seen it Carabana time. So this is where we are. So this is where we are. I'm zoom out a bit. So it's really freezing. So it's Mexico, Canada, and the United States. Right? Vancouver and Toronto are the Canadian cities that are gonna be hosting this game. Right? And FIFA is gonna take over this whole operation in May 2026. So that's what they are saying right now. And you know, this thing is gonna generate billions and billions. And of course, FIFA usually use this money to develop soccer around the world, especially youth, for the youth around the world, to pay coaches and build facilities, buy uniform, buy protective equipment like the shin guard, boots, stuff like that. So, you know, people will be profiting also, but hopefully that's gonna be the use of the money. You know, not sure how Toronto is gonna really benefit, because FIFA is getting a lot of tax exemption, and of course they are gonna have their fan fest where most of the food and drinks and stuff like that will be tax free. So we don't know. I mean, tourists is gonna come in, and other places will pay tax outside of this area. So these are the seats that are to the side, and the new seats will be right here where the construction going on at the end, down this side. So it won't be a long live because it's freezing. It's freezing. And of course the games are they are projecting that it's gonna bring maybe about over $600 million in economic activity in the city of Toronto. So they are hoping for a lot of economic activity in the city. And people are also saying that it probably raised the GDP of Canada by 2 billion. I think that's a stretch. But that's what people are also saying. So this is the back end. I think this is the south end, right? Where they are gonna put some seatings. And of course, they are gonna put some seatings out at the northern end. So those are the seatings at the side, right? Those are already there. And can you imagine if they were building this stadium from scratch? This is an existing building, and they are basically just improving on it and putting in new seats to bring it up to the capacity standard of FIFA. So that's what they are doing. But this building is not being built from scratch like you saw happened in Qatar in 2022 when they had to build the whole World Cup facility from scratch. So we'll continue doing our walk and checking out what's going on. They are even promising about 20,000 jobs, over 20,000 jobs. But the thing is, we don't know if it's paid jobs or what kind of jobs. They are just saying that they are promising 20,000 jobs, but a lot of the ads that we see are ads for volunteer work. Yeah, it's basically volunteer work, the ads. So we don't know. We don't know. Hopefully it's paid jobs. And when you really think about it, after the games, will those jobs still be around or will they be gone? That's also another thing. So when it comes on to the benefit of all this money being spent for the game, I don't know. You guys leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because London, England had their Olympic. I can't really see any evidence of any extra economic activity because of that Olympic. A few years ago we had the Pan Am game. I don't really see any economic activity of any significance because of the Pan Am game. I know the city left a center at Ellesmere and Morningside, right? But at that center you have to pay to use it. You have to pay to use it. The track you can walk around the track for free, but I don't know. I don't know if that one facility is worth all the spending. And people will tell you that tourism, now they are coming up with a new term called replacement tourism. So they are saying that it's not additional tourism that will be coming into the city because of the game. It's basically soccer or football tourists that will be coming in. And other tourists that usually plan to come in will stay away because of the prices and because of the crowd. Right? So I'm not really sure how beneficial it will be after the game, but I guess during the game it will be a vibe. It will be a lot of fun. I am a soccer lover. So I'll have some fun and I'm looking forward to it. And I know I'm gonna enjoy it. So that's what's going on. These are the questions that we won't get answered until after the game. Right? So those are the seats right there. I'm trying to give like a close-up. Those are the seats. Those are the old seats. Right? Those red ones. Ooh. My zoom is going crazy because of the wire. The fence. So and these are gonna be the seats at the south end, right? Let me see if I can, right there. So I guess they're gonna add maybe about 15,000 more seats between the north and the south end. So it's a lot of work going on here, and there's the new monitors that went up, 50 by 30, so it's 50 feet high by I think 30 feet wide. Yes, I think that's the number, which is about 15 by 9 meters in terms of the metric. Because remember, before this field had only one monitor. Now they are putting monitors all around. So, as I said, FIFA is gonna get a lot of tax exemption, and I heard that the city is not allowed to collect taxes on the ticket sales. So that's another thing. And the Fan Fest, like how you have that Jurassic Park that they put up when it was the Raptors winning the NBA, and all the liquors, all the food and stuff like that will be basically tax free. It will be tax exempt. But I guess regular places in the city, you will have to pay the normal taxes. So this will be covered, these seats on the side. So as I said, there is no real example to point to that these big games spark any new investment in these cities that host them. Usually a company will invest in a city because of its labor force, because of the laws, because of transit, because of its infrastructure. But very rarely you will hear an investor saying that they are gonna invest in a city because they hosted a big game. Look at Qatar in 2022. Which investor now? Qatar is basically in the desert. Which investor now will say that they are gonna invest in Qatar because they hosted the World Cup? I just can't see it. I just can't see it. So this is the back end of the BMO Field, and of course it's gonna be renamed. Of course it's gonna be renamed, and you have some flags right here. So this won't be a long live because it's basically freezing. So I like to show before the construction, so you can know what it looked like before and you can see where it's coming from. So my screen is so cold, and it's hard to really see. It's hard to really see so we're gonna walk around, and we're gonna go around to the other side. So all this area will be a vibe. It will be totally transformed. It will be totally transformed by June. It will be totally transformed by June. So we're just making our way back to the front, because we're just doing basically a 360 of and you have the Better Living Center over here. So all of this area will be totally transformed for the game. Will be totally transformed for the game. And of course, for all who wondering what is this, FIFA is basically coming from the French Federation International de Football Association, and the headquarters of FIFA is basically in Zurich, Switzerland. And this body basically started in 1904. So in 1904, FIFA basically started, and they are the governing body of soccer in the world. That's FIFA. So I'm basically going around to the front to basically back to where we started. So all this area will be a vibe. All this area will be a vibe coming June. See, we are in Canada. You have all the flags. All this area will be a vibe. All this area. It will be completely transformed. And there you have a city bus. So happy 2026, and I hope all your dreams come through. This is basically the first live for 2020 for 2026. So this is 2026. I think I said 2022, but it's 2026. Oh my goodness, it's freezing. I guess when you are cold, you just talk stuff. But yeah, we are hoping for the best. But we are hoping for some economic activity. We are hoping for some economic activity in the city of Toronto as a result of the game. And of course, people are gonna be able to maybe watch from these buildings. And of course, you have the highway right there. NB, welcome to the live, NB. So that's the Gardner there, Toronto's elevated highway. So, and the tickets are not cheap. The tickets are not cheap. So we're going back around, and that what you're looking at is basically the backside of the work that is being done. It's basically the backside of the work that is being done. So, Guru family, of course, I'm gonna come back and show some more of what's going on. And this is the other side of the construction. And that's another big screen. And these are the other side of the seating. And of course, they have the red seats over there. I wonder if I can get out down there. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go around. So you guys are getting a tour. Maybe I'll just go around a bit more. So this is called the exhibition grounds, and CNE. A lot of activities goes on this ground during the summer. So this place is usually very lively in the summertime, full with people, fun, and activities. So you are getting a tour of the exhibition ground, see? So this is where it's at. So we're looking forward to the World Cup, and it's gonna be a fun time in the city. I know it's a lot of money, but hopefully the city will recover some of it, and maybe some of it will spread around to regular folks. So this is another angle. And you have those red seats. And that's the BMO Field right there. And we are going around, and of course, we are downtown Toronto. That's the city bus, and that's the construction site. And again, you know, you're in. So this is the elevated highway in Toronto, the Gardner. That's it. They are up high. So all this area will be transformed. All this area will be transformed. So we're just gonna go around to the front. So this is the elevated area right here. And of course, I usually say whenever you see the CN Tower, you know you're in the city of Toronto. And if you look closely, right ahead of us, it's the CN Tower. Right ahead of us, it's the CN Tower. So I'm gonna do a zoom real quick, and you guys can see the tower. So you guys getting a tour of the World Cup facility. Not sure what access we will have in the summertime without a ticket, but we are gonna find out. We are gonna find out. So there you have it. That's the CN Tower right there. So when you see the tower like that, you know you are in Toronto. So we're basically doing like basically a 360 tour. You're getting a 360 tour of the transformation site. And of course, you have that sign right there. That's gonna probably come down, and it's gonna be called like a Toronto or a FIFA thing or something, because FIFA is gonna be in charge of this whole advertising space outside where the game is being held. So this is another look. This is another look of the BMO Field. And this is basically the side, right? And I think this part here is gonna also have some of the seats to get it up to the 45,000. So this is also another look, another angle of the field and the transformation of the BMO Field. So we're almost done. The guys are working. We're almost done. It's cold. So we're almost done, and you got here a 360 tour of the new FIFA site for Toronto, the Toronto games. So these are the side seats, right? And I guess they're gonna add and that's one of the big monitor right there, and that's where the new seat's gonna go, I think, right? And today is Saturday, it's freezing, and guys are hard at work, and usually in Toronto, when it's freezing like this, the construction guys would take off. So this is how you know it's full speed ahead, and Toronto is really trying to get it done and meet their deadline for March this year, 2026. They are really trying to meet their deadline for March 2026. So this is another angle of the facility. Another angle of the facility. Getting ready for World Cup. It's gonna be really interesting to see what the end result look like. So this is the transformation, and it's gonna be really interesting to see what it looks like when it's done. So FIFA 2026 in progress. It's gonna be really interesting to see what it looks like. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts below. Do you think this FIFA game will have a positive economic effect on Toronto? I can only wonder about Toronto. I know it's playing too in Vancouver, but I'm wondering about Toronto. They are saying that the city is spending almost 200 million. I think it's about 180 million to get this project up and running and finished. And of course, the federal government and the provincial government are also playing their role in this construction. Leave your thoughts below. Watch another video. Please thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Always want more, and make sure you are worth more. Happy New Year and all the best for 2026. I'll catch you in the next one. We're live at the site of the 2026 FIFA World Cup Stadium construction. And I think the first game gonna be June 12, 2026. I'll catch you in the next one.